Feels pretty good. Um, and all the hard work and I put in since last year, losing the 5 sets really has paid off. So I'm very happy to see that it has paid off.
Did you envisage this sort of success at the start of the week?
Yeah, I mean, you always come out here, thinking you're going to win. So, I had a great couple weeks leading up to the Open, and um, you know, got a lot of the nerves out in the first round against Rajiv, and kind of settled down today as well, and played really good tennis.
Talk about your run at Aptos. I mean, obviously, you had tremendous success in the collegiate arena. But was that significant going? I don't think you dropped the set and beat Tursunovi.
Yeah, kind of coming out of school, I took some time off, and then kind of came straight away and played in a few of the ATP main draws, and didn't quite feel comfortable out there playing. I was just it's still new to me. Then kind of went back to Aptos and got a few matches under my belt, and it's good because I got to play 5 matches in a week, and I really kept building off each one.
Do you have any pressure to sort of fill the vacuum in the generation of good Americans?
No, I think there's
Andy.
no. I mean, I think there's a ton of Americans that are going to come up and do big things, and it shouldn't fall on any one person's shoulders. I mean, Andy had to deal with it for so long, and it's too bad that this is going to be his last week. But there's so many good young Americans, and Marty and John and all those guys, and they're doing just fine.
Do you think it helps having a group from the same country, sort of in friendly competition? I've seen it in Spain and France. And do you think that's beneficial to everybody?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, to have the American guys push each other and to get better every day is the goal. So to have so many great players around is really kind of it's a bonus for us.
Not too many players, I know anyway, go from NCAA team champions, singles champions, the ATP tour like LA and the Challenger, and then can you just talk about the different venues, the different pressures you feel in those different sites?
I think in the first couple of weeks when I played the ATP events, I felt a little more pressure just because I'd come off of a great college season, and I hadn't lost in a while, so I felt like I was ready to go out there and win, but I just didn't quite feel comfortable with the surroundings, and then made a good move to go back and play Aptos instead of Cincinnati, and got a bunch of matches in, and then I had a nice week to train back at home with the USTA, and then came here. So I think everything's worked out pretty well.
Your level, as you get deeper into the tournament, and the level of the opponents rises. What do you have to do better on the court in order to keep winning?
I think I've played pretty well today, and I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. Just going to try and stay calm. It's my second Grand Slam, and I'm in the third round, so just kind of deal with the moment and kind of deal with it as it comes.
Next is Gasquet. It's a former top 10 guy. Any game plan?
Not yet. I was kind of hoping I played Bradley, just because we've played so many times in our life. But he's a great player. I'm sure somebody will have a good game plan for me, and I'll go out there and give it my best.
Any gimmicks or anything to like settle yourself in the bigger surroundings, or do you just kind of take it in and then just play tennis?
I just kind of take it in. The nice thing about being here, it's a lot of American fans, so they're all kind of behind you out there. That's what it felt like. Just kind of towards the end, I just took a bunch of deep breaths and kind of did what I did best, and that's it worked out.
Feel that hunger out there for like a really good American? I mean, you said a lot of fans behind you.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I mean, it kind of felt like for me, kind of a college atmosphere. I mean, the crowd was cheering at every point, and I could hear some of the people close to me in the stands and everything. So to know that they're all behind me was pretty special.
Some people might dismiss the Aptos win, so it's just a challenger, but Murray, Rafter, Bob Bryan all won there. How important is it just to get a W, to go through a tournament and come out the winner?
I think it's very important. One guy wins, every week. So, to go out there and be the guy who wins is pretty important. To go out, put it on the line in the finals and the semis, and I played some really good tennis out there, and that was the goal.
I apologize, but you're a smart SC guy. When I mention the name Pancho Segura, what does that mean to you?
He's a legend. I mean, he's up on the walls at the school and everything, and he's he's done a lot for the game. And I don't know him personally, but I know kind of a little bit of his background, and I've met him a couple times, but not too familiar with him.
Were you aware that you shared a collegiate record with him when the NCAA is 3 times as high, is that correct?
I did not know that. But yeah, I think so.
What do you see as the sort of weak points of your game?
I think just right now it's just my inexperience of being on the tour. I think I think I'm gonna, through the rest of the year, it's gonna be a really good test to go out there and get a bunch of wins and to get comfortable again. It's a new environment. You're kind of traveling on your own, and it's just something to get used to.
What has Peter Smith said to you earlier in the summer and through the summer? I know he came to see some of your matches in Northern California. But what advice has he given you on the transition?
Peter's a very big reason why I'm here today, and I've spent pretty much every day with him for the last 4 or 5 years, and he's somebody I call all the time. I texted him before the match today. I was pretty nervous, and he kind of calmed me down, and that's kind of the power he has, and it's good to have that voice back home where you can call and he can tell you everything's going to be okay, and he knows me better than a lot of people do, so it's very important to me to have him close to my game.
What is your residential situation? Do you have an interesting roommate?
I'm currently homeless.
You are? Okay.
So it's an interesting situation. But no, I'm actually living with Bradley Klon. We're finding a place at some point in the next few weeks before we go home in LA. So we'll be both based out of Carson and the USTA training center there, and I think it's going to be great. Bradley and I have gone way back, and to have both of us live in the same place, we can kind of push each other to go up there and do big things.
Okay, thank you.